So our last class we discussed about ideas. Discuss about ideas. Please go ahead. Yeah. I will say that in the world of creativity, ideas are currencies. Now, the power of an idea is it is when it has become it becomes visible in the eyes of people that they can see what's in your head and they can consume it at the end of the day. So now, for this idea, the first thing that comes to you when you want to create, when you want to start any creating, or if it's content, if it's documentary, if it's film, if it's podcast, the first thing that comes to you is idea. All right. So it's that idea that you would develop from start and then to finish. After that idea, the next thing is this. The next thing is whiteboard. All right? The next thing is a whiteboard. Why do I say whiteboard? It can be a paper, it can be your notepad, it can be your jotter, it can be, but you have to write down your idea. Yeah. So, because what? This idea, right, is just in your head. So the only time it can come to something that you can start building to become something you want it to become is when you have it written down, right? And when that is done, because this thing, ideas and whiteboard, they go hand in hand, right? They go hand in hand. Now, what we're focusing on is how to put out a great idea. And the only process on how to put up a great idea is you need to identify a problem and find a way to solve it. So the question is, what problem are you solving with this? The moment you identify a problem, then you have a perfect story. Now that problem, the first thing is a problem. Then in that problem, obviously, you're going to find how to solve it. You're going to find it how. Then the next thing is the obstacles. Obstacles you're going to face on the journey. Then at the end, you'll find a solution. So if you can build your own idea, bringing out all these stories, bringing out all these elements, you have a good story. Without these four things in your idea, bringing it out, because these are elements you need to have, to bring your idea, to have a balanced content. So we're going to be understanding how to develop a movie script, character structure, and goals. So first of all, you have to know your character. You have to know your character. So learning how to develop a movie script starts with properly knowing what is the core of your story. Most stories are arguably centered around a protagonist. So now, this word is always used when you want to create any interesting and compelling stories. Interesting stories out there, you must have this word. Like, in short word, in summary, is just what you call actor. Or now the opposite is the protagonist and antagonist. Right? So just simply actor and boss. Actor is who try to find solution to the challenge, right? And boss is the one responsible for bringing in the conflict. More conflict and conflict and conflict. So he tried to bring the conflict and give this dude here, this protagonist, more challenge, more problem, more difficulties for him to get his solution. He must find a way how to go through it, how to get it done, and go through the obstacle and at the end of the day, defeat this guy to have his own solution. That is just now. But let's get a bit more. Let's get a bit more specific. So now, protagonists. Let's discuss more on protagonists. Who is a protagonist? And like I've said, but let's elaborate on that more. Who is a protagonist? From our little explanation, who can contribute? Who is a protagonist?
Most like the major character.
Yep. Yeah.
Main character,
True. Yeah,
They always in most in movies and books they're the ones that bring about the goodness,
Yeah.
the human angle
Yeah.
of every production. So you get to see that the protagonist is the one that promotes what the society is trying to preach about.
Correct. Correct. So in this class, we're going to look for a story, then find a way on how to bring out the challenges from that story and see what obstacles the protagonist is going to go through on that story. Then we then we create, because when you have an idea, the first thing you want to do is know how it will end. Not just how it will start. Know how it will end, because you are building it. You're developing a character. So from my note here, a protagonist is a character who pushes a story forward. He or she is also the center force of the story, derived from the Greek word protos. Protos. Derived from the Greek word this, protos. Yep. And antagonistic. Protos and how do I spell it? Okay. Antagonistic. All right. So these two words, it was combined together. It's derived from the Greek word proto and antagonistic. It's quite literally translated to first actor. First actor. So this protagonist here is who you just identify. So from the beginning, they're trying to tell you his own story, his challenges, how he's facing it, and he's a person. The whole audience is interested in how he's trying to navigate or negotiate his way and find his way out of a problem. So that is very, very key. Not every story has to have a protagonist, though. Some stories have assembles a rare character structure in which the group collective pushes the story forward, not just the action or an individual. So you can have more protagonists in the story.
So like the movie Glee.
Yeah.
Glee, it's a series. Mm-hmm. There was no one protagonist.
Yeah.
Everybody that came on board was, but there are antagonists.
Yeah.
So the woman was so they tried to bring up people's talent. If you could sing, you could act. So at the point I watched the auditioning of particular, that was why I got the idea. So there was a particular, just the way we do our BBTS now.
Yeah.
There was one season that was the making of this movie.
Yeah.
So the pre of the movie, how they got the cast.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
so they write the script based on the way you are now. Mm-hmm. If an introvert, you will create a story for you that fits you. So you will not stress yourself bring it out.
Yeah.
So
they already build a character
based on you.
Based from
so the audition. So people that were gays, they were scared of whatever I said coming out.
Yeah.
Had that platform
to come out. Fantastic. So okay, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think another example is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Started to watch the movie again. I think Harry Potter may be the lead character, but the protagonists are the three of them: Harry, Ron, and Hermione. The three of them, because three of them move the story forward. Not just Harry Potter, not just Harry alone. So three of them move the story forward. if you watch the story, you find out that anytime there's a major conflict or they get into trouble, three of them are always there together.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, right. Who's the protagonist? Walter White, that's his name. Who also served as the central force of the story. These are also called the anti-hero, have become incredibly popular on TV from Madman, blah, 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 blah. So now let's go back to the driving force behind a story can be distilled down to a word, which is this: goal. Now, what is your character's goal? What do they want? What do they need? And what is motivating their action? This thing. That's a driving word, because without this goal, your character has no direction. For your character to have a direction, he or she must have a goal. Even when the obstacle comes, this thing will keep him going. Even when he wants to give up, even when his body is telling him no, even when the environment, economy, whatever is telling him or her, this cannot be possible. His goal is also his why. Like this thing, why he started this fuels this to keep going. Without this will not make any meaning to him. Because of his why, he sets a goal. Setting this goal is because of what he wants to achieve at the end of the day. Yeah? So knowing your character goal will inform you on what direction to take a script. For example, Merlins, there's a movie called Merlins, right? Merlin's goal is to keep Nemo safe as the world. I think they created a world around Merlin, which is the series. So his goal is to keep it safe with all the power that he has. At the end of the day, he first of all found a way to understand his power. He first of all recognized that he had the power. Now find a way to understand the power, use the power. Then now also find a way to use it to save that place called Nemo. Right? So the first iteration of the script didn't make this motivation clear until too late. Just what I just said. From the beginning of the story, probably you won't know where it is taking. I mean, the story is taking you to until the end of the story. That's where you will not understand. If you watch Merlin, you understand what I'm saying. The script did not explain the goal until the end of the story. That's where you now understand, okay, this is what he was actually created. He was given the power to do, to keep Nemo safe. Right? So, moving on. Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to bring it home to what we have done.
Yeah.
Okay, like in Elysium. In Elysium, what's the goal?
Okay.
I think in election the goal was to show the audience that they had a choice, that it wasn't always the easy way out. That was the goal in election. Because if you look at Chelsea? Chelsea took her time to play all of this in her head. She took her time to play all of this in her head, and then she found out that, if I take this, if I do this,
Yeah.
this will be the repercussion. If I do this, this is the repercussion. Then if I do this, yes, the money may not come, but I get to live a peaceful life I get to enjoy my life. Because if you look at the story, if I call her, maybe I should call her her antagonist, the person that showed her the alternative.
Yeah.
When Yawagas, the person told her, "You're on your own." They told her, "You're on your own. Look for your solution yourself." So I guess for me that would be the goal, to find that, to show that you have choices to make. Whichever way you choose to go, you live with the consequences.
Yeah. So to you, what do you?
You know, I was just trying to rack it around my head. I was trying to just think, okay, what's the goal? And then as you're saying that, when mentioning that other Merlins or something,
Yeah.
you said that
At the end, sometimes the goal
and
does not come
the
in the
solution
beginning.
comes at the end. And like in that election, I think it's at the end we got to know that, okay,
Yeah.
it was just, okay, people are doing thoughts plenty. It's just now that I realized that what she did was in her head. She okay, that one she pictured what will happen.
Yeah.
Because in Dread Zone now, okay, it's her.
It's her. She's battling
the
her.
battle,
The battle
between
between
her
her mind and
to get better or not to. But in election, it's like, this is the probability of what will happen to me. Then, so it was at the end, to like you just said that other one, that the storyteller shows us
Yeah.
the
The goal of the protagonist and what he or she was trying to achieve. So at
Yes.
the end,
Yes.
sometimes the script will just put the destination at the end. I mean, explain to you where the destination is at the end, rather than starting with telling you the whole thing. Because when you put it out in the beginning, obviously, me that is watching, okay, I already know the beginning. I mean, I already know the end, so no need of watching. So sometimes that's creative right? And by the way, last class, Auntie P made reference of Studio Binder. This curriculum I'm using now is from Studio Binder. So Studio Binder is recommended for us. All right? Studio Binder is really recommended for us. How do you spell it? Is it this binder? Yeah, this is the binder. So this this is very rich for anything movie making. They are online, they are on YouTube. They have, I think I sent you color color PDF from Studio Binder. So they are very, very rich of, on film making stuffs. So before we finish, because we have to, still have 4 minutes for this section, because we still have two things to talk about. We have Dread Zone and we have Pensive.
Pensive.
Yeah, we have Dread Zone and Pensive to talk about. So creating conflicts, because sometimes when first of all you have an idea, you've built your character. The next thing is to create conflict for that character, because without a conflict, without a hook, I call it a hook, right? Without this hook, the story is not interesting. That hook is like something that grabs your attention, that holds you intrigued. In that story, let me hold you with this. Let me hold you with this conflict, right? With this conflict, I put it in your head. You'll be like, okay, now I've kept you in that place where you have so many questions, and you want the writer to answer the questions. So you want to keep watching to know what those answers is in your head. So that's also a hook. So creating conflict. Of course, a clear goal is not the only thing that makes an engaging story. It must be coupled with conflict. Developing a script is all about finding ways to move the story along while revealing more about your characters. Yeah, there is no better way to reveal a character trait than having them deal with conflicts. How a character responds to conflict, overcomes obstacles, deal with morals or ethical dilemmas will inform you and your audience on who they are. There's a lot to learn. We're going to take it gradually. There's a lot to learn. I'm going to take it gradually. All right. I'm not too big on scripting. Yeah. So I'm going to have somebody help me on this class, which is Giovanni, but his own class will come on the next class. He's going to come in the next class. So me, I'm just doing fundamental. Yeah. So I'm doing fundamental and also helping us to build. Because after this, now what I have in my mind is for us to understand how to create a log line for your story. Log line is, I can clean this, but I've cleaned it already.
Yes, you can.
So when you say conflict,
Yeah.
must conflict always be?
Problem.
Yes, I guess.
Yep.
You know, first when you first just say that word conflict, what comes to my mind? I was just thinking, you understand, like it has to be something that is like that.
Okay. Like
I prefer you are going where I need your brain.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand?
Yep.
Like something has to be out there, is doing something, is trying to solve whatever conflict you've given him to do and resolve.
yeah.
So my mind always quickly just went to like action.
Okay.
You understand? Because
Okay.
action, the conflict is physically more or less like literally seen. It's not subtle in some ways, mostly.
Yep.
But in other ways too, they're subtle than before the let me avenge, let me do blah blah blah. So my question is, must conflict be out there, or you can have a subtle, cool conflict? And then how many conflicts can you have in the field? Is there only one conflict you should have? You have.
May I try this?
Yeah.
Yeah, conflict could be subtle. Conflict could be in your face. But I think the more in your face the conflict is, the more interesting the movie will be. Because just look at it like this. If a good gossip of this thing happened to somebody, this thing happened to somebody, you always want to listen to find out how the person resolved it. If I just tell you, do you know so thing happened to this person, and you don't feel there's any action there. Okay, later you move on. Just something like that. So if the conflict is in your face, you want to see how the person resolves it. And in a story, it might not. It doesn't have to be necessarily one conflict, but there should be a major conflict, and within that major conflict, I think other smaller conflicts like this. If you look at, if I remember this movie well, Leather Weapon, Leather Weapon, as a part, Bruce Willis played the policeman. From the one I remember now, Bruce Willis, and then L. Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson. And there was this part they were supposed to solve, and so they were supposed to solve a series of problems. A bomb was going to explode, and the guy had led them around the town. It got to the bomb, and it was now like a 5 liters keg, a 3 liters keg, and the guy was like, the only way you can disarm that bomb is to put 4 liters of water on it. It got to that was one. It got to another one. You were going to solve, and the only way you could solve that one was to know the name of the 22nd president in America. So there were a series of, and what was all that to do? To disarm a bomb. So there were a series of other minor conflicts that was going to help solve the major conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me too, because of the intrigue in it, I would like likening a book to a movie. Most books have been adapted. Some books have been adapted to films, right? Now, it's a conflict that keeps you in check. One of the best books I've read like but Khalid Hussein, is an Afghanistan. He wrote The Kite Runner and His 20,000 Sons. This is set in Afghanistan. It was just from one problem to the other. The women were trying to escape the problem. So at some point, you would think it was over. It was the conflict that kept the readers glued to the book. Also by Chigozo Dioma, the fisher, the fisherman. Sometimes you just, I remember sometimes I even cried thinking about how they will escape from it. So movies too, without those conflicts, there will be no intrigue. It is a twist. When you think it has been solved and it comes up again from that dimension. If you watch to 24, the series, the conflict never ended. You would think Jack Bauer has solved it. One will just come from somewhere again. Now they give you a homework. You'll be thinking with Jack Bauer how to solve it. When you just thought that everything was over, and now we're up. So conflicts are really important in making the movie. Except you're doing comedy, you don't need conflict. Maybe comedy, maybe just want maybe people laugh.
Yeah, it's making you laugh. There's conflict because there's something that brings about whatever it is that is making you laugh. I want to believe if you look at comedies too. Like Mr. Bean, he's always just
It's true. It's only one problem.
you understand, but in his own funny way. But at the end, you see that something. Oh, a solution is found in something. Okay, because there are some movies that are quiet. There's no much physical activity, but there's a conflict. Like there's this silence. I don't know whether you guys have watched. It's an American movie, Silence. No talk. If you make noise, something comes up, and you're gone. So, but in creating conflict, you mustn't talk to create the conflict. But individual, whatever is happening around it, also you can create conflict like that. So, like in our, sorry, I like to bring our stuff because why I like to bring it is because we are all in it, so we understand that when something I've watched, you understand.
Yeah.
So, like in that the love story, was there anything?
Why Valentine?
Yes.
Was there any conflict?
There wasn't
there was no
conflict.
conflict. It was just dialogue. There was no conflict.
Yeah.
So
So
that means there are movies that you can watch without conflict.
Why Valentine?
Like Valentine. Okay.
Featuring Chima.
Man.
Amechi.
So that means there are movies that.
no, there's
Because
conflict.
I want
There's conflict in the yeah.
Okay. So what's the conflict?
Okay, the thing is that, okay, let me start from this one by saying there's conflict. There's actually conflict.
Yeah.
And this is where the conflict comes. It comes from intellectual knowledge. Now we are trying to say, why is it Valentine?
Yeah.
Somebody can tell you, and someone can come up and say, okay, there's no need for Valentine. Another person will come and say there's need for Valentine. So
Yeah.
that's
That's a conflict.
That's a
Yeah,
conflict.
that's
Conflict doesn't
conflict
have to be compact, physical.
Physical
It can
combat.
be intellectual.
Yeah.
So my own take on this conflict thing is I've never seen a film where there's no conflict.
Yeah.
It depends on how your own perspective on how you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Because for a film to exist,
Yeah.
there must be
a
a
conflict.
little, maybe
Yeah.
1% or 2% of conflict.
Conflict,
Like
yeah.
you were saying, a subtle one
Yeah.
or a serious one.
Yeah.
It depends. There's no. Why is it even a film if there's no conflict? Because that's the. I don't. There's a. Yeah, that's the reason why we are sitting before the television or before the screen to watch. You get there's a contention somewhere.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes it might at the beginning it might be all rosy, fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's fine. Then all of a sudden something will just spark.
Yeah.
Then action begins from there.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any film. Maybe we should do research. I've not seen any film
No,
that there's no conflict.
there-
If I
there-
find the film outside, we'll
There's
find
no
the
writer
conflict
that
inside for
will
you.
out there.
Okay, like the love, the what is it? Valentine stuff thing. It's more of educative,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like in documentaries, you find the history. You find so in the history too. What brought about the thing? There's a conflict that brought about
Yes,
it.
and somebody can even argue it. Somebody can come and come from another perspective and say it's not like this. So that's the conflict there. And that's why even films, if you can shoot a film today, somebody will arise and criticize that film. So there's always conflict somewhere if you look at it.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think my own film take is just like you said, there are conflicts, but there are areas of specialization. Probably the director or the producer is thinking towards. Probably the conflict there is very, very minimal. You won't notice it, except you're a very deep critic that can, okay, this is actually a conflict and you can blow it up. But most producers, everybody has, okay, this is what I want to say. This is the story I want to tell to the public. So sometimes, even when as a critic you are biased, you are looking for those things because of the areas of interest. For example, maybe the love, the how will I call it, the emotions are high. You might not notice that conflict. So it still falls down back to the producer. What the story the producer wants to tell.
I think conflict is it's a natural thing. It's not is everywhere. Was created for man to actually survive and move itself from one phase to another. So without conflict, it's like a force that is opposing. It's an opposing force, that's stopping you from moving forward. Probably like a knowledge that you don't know that is stopping you from doing what you want to do. So from what I have here, he said conflict in a story is a struggle between opposing force. Character must act to confront those forces, and there is where conflict is born. You get? So conflict is a natural thing. There's no way you want to build a story and put it out there and for people to watch without that story having its own conflict. All right. So that is like the major hook of any good story. All right. And when a story story can have less conflict and have more conflicts. Yeah. So probably it can come from any direction depending on how it connects to the individuals or the people that are watching it. So if there's nothing to overcome, there is no story. All right? If there's nothing to overcome, this life will end. All right? Yeah? Or what? Twist. Or twist. Yeah. So, for example, as a matter of fact, we wake up every day and we're given another chance to do something. Like that problem that we could not solve yesterday, the next day for you, it's an opportunity to solve it. So if that problem has been solved, if life problem has been solved, that means you're not going to wake up tomorrow. Yes. So that means if there's no conflict, there's no story, there's no points. So that's what makes storytelling a creative thing. It's a word on its own, and it can never die, it can never grow old. It will just keep remaining there. And the creative way, how creative you use it, that's how it's going to go out there and change something for you. All right. So there's also internal conflicts. Refers to an obstacles a character faces in the external world. External conflicts, right? Examples, like when you want to cross road now, you will have to look left and right to cross road. If you don't look, there'll be more problem, right? So you have to intentionally, and put more effort to be responsible enough to look left and right before you cross the road. That's already an external conflict. So internal conflict refers to a character, internal or emotional obstacle. So internal conflict is usually emotional. Yeah? So that means there's emotional obstacle, there's external conflicts, which are external obstacles. So moral or physiological conflict are created between a character, worldview, or belief system and the world around them. which is moral or philosophical. All right, because we still have to deal with tradition, conflicts. We still have to deal with philosophies,
The laws.
laws. We still have to deal with one man's belief, and everybody's believing that okay, that's the real belief, not knowing that that is just his belief, and we have to now overcome that, crack it, and come back to unlearn that belief and start to learn new things, which is the new belief, which is the right belief. That's already a journey, and you have to set goals to overcome that, and now come to probably that one the one you now believe might not be the right belief, so you have to now set another goal to achieve. All right, so conflict it never ends. So it's critical to remember that viewing conflict only in terms of external and internal is a bit simplistic. Properly defining conflicts in a story includes its relationship to philosophical or moral conflict as well. So why is conflict important in a story? It creates and drives the plots. Without that conflict, that story cannot go forward. There is no way you want to tell me a story that the only thing that will intrigue me to want to see the next scene, it is that challenge that he's facing. If he does not face that challenge, I will not be interested in knowing how he overcomes it. So next is it reviews opposing beliefs and truths about life. You get it entertains by creating relatable context in emotional, dangerous, or exciting way. So I think there's a lot to talk about conflicts. There's what is the purpose of conflicts? What's the purpose of a story? The purpose of conflicts, entertainment values, and so on and so forth. But the truth is, there's a lot we can learn, we can talk about conflict. But we all know the word conflict, which is what every film, any good film or any great film. I can remember T'Challa for Black Panther. I was thinking about his story this morning. I was like, he had to face conflict in the story that he was playing, and he also has to face conflict in his own real life. And at the end of the day, because film is real life, relatable, they had to change him. So replacing him probably will not tell a good story and will not sell that film more. But now taking that story from life and putting it in film makes it more relatable. Like, he had to go through challenges, but in the film, he was able to overcome, right? So he overcame some, but was not able to overcome the others, which probably, how did the second part end? I can't remember how that. So let's deal with this scene by scene. Scene by scene, what?
I left my script.
Left your script.
I left my script on my desk. You know, the soft copy. I don't do everything on phone. It's here. It's here your phone. It always hard to reach for phone.
Okay, so let's do scene by scene. So for scene one, so we're going to be doing it together, light, camera. Okay, so guys, lights, camera, script, costume, grip. So now let's social media. So let's do this thing scene by scene, so that we just kill it once. So for this scene, I've identified the shots. We're doing 2 cameras, and the camera we're using is Canon EOS R. So the settings, we're going to work on that when The camera is around, setting straight. Definitely shooting flats. We're shooting flats. FA. And I want us to shoot 4K. 4K. So we need like camera raw. Yeah, camera raw. So I want us to shoot 4K. So we have a good quality. We're going to be dealing with deep, shallow depth of field, and shallow depth of field, deep depth of field, shallow depth of field. Now, some parts are going to be all in focus. Some are going to create depths, foreground, background, and we have that in the place where we see this a dolly in is a dolly in reveals the backside of the lady. So that one is going to be all in focus. We're going to be doing shallow depth of field. All are going to be in focus. Yeah. So that we just see her back, and it's going to be medium shots. We can't do wide shots. We're going to be medium shots, and directly on her back. So the composition is going to be directly on her back. So just moving gradually, so we create that suspense. That one is just easy. So
Question.
yeah,
Are we seeing her reflection in the mirror at this point?
no, it's in the next shot where her still staring at the mirror. That's why we'll see, not even a reflection now. So now we're going to do, it's just like from mirror to her. So not her in the reflection of the mirror, but from mirror to her. You get, so that we'll now reveal her personality, like her face. Right? That's 2 shots right now. And then of her holding the file, right? So we said we already established that we're going to do high angle. Yeah, so high angle shots. Yeah. So for the lights in there, we've already established that we
So I
need.
want to ask a question now.
Yeah.
For the very first scene, behind the lights, will it be heavy or soft?
Okay.
So that you can get what you want. Now, the one in front of her, to me, I think it doesn't have to be soft.
Soft, yeah.
But the one from back needs to be heavy.
Yeah, it need to be heavy a little bit, but not too strong.
Not too strong.
But it's going to be heavy.
If I may, I thought we agreed that because of what we're trying to portray, the light is going to be low.
Okay, for this scene, I'll be the office scene.
It has to be for the office scene.
Almost all, it's at the end that she comes into confidence.
Okay.
So there's this thing, the light can be low, signals look more like it's a silhouette, but not fully silhouette. People know that this is a lady.
Okay, so yes, I get you, like a silhouette, just seeing a figure of a lady. Okay, fine. So we'll go soft light. All right. So we're doing soft light. Now the reason why this is important is so that on set,
No need
no need of asking questions.
Please.
Yeah.
Not you shall even no need of asking questions. They are charging us per hour 20,000. They reminded me to pay 20,000
20K per hour.
Not here. In toilet.
So we have 1 hour to shoot one.
No, what I'm saying is this. Because you're even asking me still today, the boss was asking, how many hours are we going to spend? I can't tell you the hours. You understand? But Peter suggested we set up first before they start charging us. Before they on the listing.
Yeah, that's the best
thing. So knowing exactly what we need. Each scene, Papa we fix, and he's ready to shoot.
To deliver straight up.
It will help us with timing. Because still, you are the first person. So getting things on her ready. Social media, you will not be obstructing us. You will find a way around us. You understand? So with that, timing, so that we can lessen how many hours we are going to spend and all that. Yes. And also, I asked them what time they start. They said, no, once we want to, office normally is 9. But if we want them to be there earlier, they can. Because I said, normally our call-up time is 6:37. He said, if we want them to be there earlier, fine.
Okay.
Yes. So, all these things, please get your Uncle Emma as they're saying it, write down. Whoever, please have
Yeah.
your right, so that when you just go, you're just.
Yeah.
By the time I print out yours, you send me the plan. That's why I always say send me a plan so that I'll print it out for you. You have scene one, scene two, everything.
Yeah, yeah. So the first camera, the one that will take the shot from her back, will be on 35, because the lens that I can get now is 35, and 35 can do the work.
Okay, 35.
35 minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So 35. So that's our focal length we're using. We're using 35 and 50. 50 for the detailed shots. Yeah, 35 for to get a wide shot, like a medium wide. Then what again?
The two cameras there, the Canon EOS.
Yeah, the two cameras are Canon. One is, I'm still going to book for the next one, but one is already on ground, which is the one we're using. So I'll book for the next one. So
We'll use it.
Okay,
So what we'll use is this mic.
yeah,
We'll use this mic here. So for it to hide it. So probably won't need with this. We'll use sound cancellation so we can block out wind, everything.
So are we going to get the recorder?
Any of the recorders.
Which of them is the proper thing?
I may just maybe the H1 for ambience.
So this one kind of for the down.
Yeah, this one should do dialogue. This one will do dialogue. So I'll just use H1 for ambient. Because I've noticed with the other one now we're picking a lot of background noise, moving, and so let's try and avoid that because sounds like that are always distracting. They're always distracting.
yeah. So this part where she's going to be holding a paper. So at the point where she's holding the paper, we should hear the sound of her hands roughing the paper. Yeah. So that's pretty much easy. I want to say that's the easy peasy in this script. So scene 2. So we're good with scene 1, well? Scene 1 is good. So let's discuss scene 2.
don't like props is only one. You already okay. Sorry, props is not here. Cause she's sleeping. Okay, costume we already have. Okay, fine.
So scene 2, we're still doing soft light, right?
Yes. Scene 2, she's still in the toilet now, or has she gone into the office?
No, scene 2 is office now.
In the office, we're still doing soft light on
Yep.
her, and then I think we agreed that we should still put stand. We shouldn't reveal stand fully yet.
Okay.
So we can do soft light on both of them. Then it's just the angles that tell the story. So Stan, we're doing a low angle, and Mr. Lawa doing a high angle.
High angle, good. Okay. So the scene starts with file on the table, then Stan's hand picks up the file, then reveals Stan's ashes. So for me now, I am thinking we have a continuous shot from where he picks up like from detailed shots of the paper on the table. Then as he draws the hand, like the camera pans, follows the hand and goes to his face, creating a bit of you guys did not help me. What? As creating a bit of no. Storytelling. Creating a bit of
Transition.
creating a bit of
Suspense.
correct. Thank you. That's suspense now. When yeah, because for me, For me, when the thing is moving like that, me, I want to see where the thing is going. Obviously, you're suspending me on the air. So I want to see where it will end. So, because you've not shown me whose hand is that, you've not revealed the face of the person from the beginning. So you just showed me hand picks of the paper, then the hand is now checking. So as he picks up the paper, he keeps checking. Then the camera just go up to his face, switches, that's the first shot, then switches to Bisola, as Bisola is on ease, trying to put his not confident look.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So just read Chima's part. Are we sure there's Chima's part there?
Who is our stand?
No, you just say it's not here. It's not
Okay, there's nothing to say.
There's nothing said in so one. I think.
Just say looking at him and then while adjusting her inner something.
No. There's a dialogue in scene 3. There's a dialogue in scene 2. The dialogue is okay, I see.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he looks at her, and then again, I think it's only Stan that's talking. He goes,
Yeah.
"I'm sorry, Bisola, you are not qualified."
Okay, so let's have you do that. Let's go. Stan. Salt, can you read Stan?
So please, can I just?
You have script on your phone.
My phone formatted, so I don't have it.
My phone formatted.
Yeah.
Did the WhatsApp format also?
Yeah, something.
I will send you the script.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so let's take that so that the director say we're going, everything.
I'm just reading Stan's part.
Yeah.
Yes, and you will director
Yeah.
that you will give out.
Okay. See.
Okay, hold on first. Get up. Sit down. Who go sacrifice in table for me? Give me your table. You come sit. All right. So, madam, you're not supposed to be holding this thing again. True or false?
No, of course.
If I knock you, you want to collect it?
No, sir, please.
This what?
Please.
Ele. Ele.
No, I have. Just to know when.
Lion of Judah.
You wanted to collect it?
No, I'm not will I do that. Am I?
I was shocked. Oh. Ele. I don't understand. This thing has been with you for how long? Eh?
A week plus.
A week plus. Can you imagine? She's you saying they're confident you want
About a
to.
week.
I'm sorry, Bisola, you're not qualified.
You just enter. You just enter. I said, just carry
But wait, oh, how many page be this? What if I give you feature length film? Yeah, you can't do if I say
Oh,
if
get
I
to that
give
bridge,
you.
you cross it.
We've
Because-
gotten to the bridge
Oh,
now.
I've gotten there since.
Let's start climbing.
This is just 6 page.
Okay,
Cassie,
let's continue.
this is just 6 page.
Okay.
So, I'm like script director, Gashi. This is for you for your work. So she's going to be prompting you. So everything now should be in your head. All right? Because we're here for rehearsals. All right? So this is not a D-Day, so we're rehearsing. So that's why we need to do this. So now I need expressions. Right? I need where you're supposed to deliver expressions. Give me bam. Where you're supposed to deliver dialogue, give it to me bam. All right? So, who's laughing? So we have. Okay, give me now. So at the point where I drop it, that's where you guys start. All right. So it's going to land on the table. All right. So when it lands on the table, obviously you are you're already on character. Already on character. Everybody, let's watch them as The files drops based on character. Then you go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cut. Take off your glasses, please. Thank you. So tie your hair. Tie your hair. Take one of it so that I can see your face. It's a natural conflict. So it's accepted. You can draw it, blow it, anyhow you want to do it.
Okay. I see. I'm so sorry, Bisola. You're not qualified.
Okay, good. That's scene 3, right? That's scene
Scene
2. Scene 2.
Yeah.
Eyes already getting
Sorry, you're not. So sorry. Do your fine thing.
So now there's a part where, okay, I see. That's
So
time.
when he says you're not qualified, now we're going to do a vertigo on her.
Vertigo on her.
So that means her expression should be a mix of expression should be a mix of shock, disappointment, and looking for 3 emotions. She's shocked,
Confused.
I'm confused. Yes, because she believes everything there is
Yeah, it's
world standard, this thing, and not to say you're not qualified. So shock, confusion, and
disappointed.
disappointment. Yes. Can you carry that? Can you give us that emotion?
Can you sorry, decide later?
Excuse me, my girlfriend is calling.
Yeah, well excused. Not for you. Your work is to act, right? My own is to prompt you. That's why, and until I get what I want, I'm not going to let you go. True of us.
No, it doesn't.
No.
That's fine.
No, just focus on me. This one. This one is on me.
Yeah, I'm just getting ahead. Not the real actor.
Yeah, yes. All right, so the third one was,
shocked, surprised, and disappointed.
okay, you have
She have disappointed, surprised. She's so shocked now, so disappointed.
she is showing
She's so surprised.
Okay.
You're surprised now.
surprise. Okay, and she have done surprise.
You're shocked now.
Okay, shock. Shock. Like,
No, move
Don't
your head.
forget.
Don't move your head.
no, she's talking to herself. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She's speaking out. She's talking out loud, so it's fine. Like shock. Good. Okay. So let's deal with 2 now before I go for 3 because you're doing the 3 at the same time.
At the same time. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do pick 2.
So what I'm trying to suggest, when you are shocked, disappointed, can you bring your hands to the table like?
Can you tight your lips?
Let's see that. So I should pick 2. So I go with shocked and disappointed.
Okay. So let's do shocked and disappointed.
Okay.
Okay. I like disappointed, but the shock not okay for me.
Wasn't shocking enough.
It wasn't shocking enough. Let's go.
Can someone give me an expression of shock?
Shock, like,
Wait, okay. Can you say what you're supposed to say? Let's see the show.
okay, let's go. What she looks at her and give her a flat smile, but she's okay. That's the last second part. I'm sorry. She's seen sad. Okay, so you go. You go with I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And I think having that your hand now on the table helps you.
Yes, it's the first page, my first.
No, I just
Because
be
your
myself. I
hand
want to
is
get
like
into
when you're
character.
saying you're not
Okay, bad guy.
Or that cup at some point. It's not in the beginning. Either I take it out or you bring it.
So it gives you that movement.
Do you get it?
You understand?
I'm so sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
Okay, good. There was no consistency in the acting, but you got it right, but there was no consistency. Along the line, the shocking was much, then the disappointments
Yes.
came late. Yeah, so let's try it again.
Let's just say it again.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
Okay, good. Cut. That's good. That's good. So the third one is now.
Sure. Be surprised.
Who's shocked and disappointed?
I say let's do two first before we now add the
so
third
that's
one.
why he's surprised.
Okay,
He's
shocked.
shocked and disappointed now.
Yeah.
Third one is surprised.
Okay, so let's do surprised.
Be
Shock and
surprised.
surprise at the same time.
Yeah,
Shocked. Surprised.
yeah.
Almost
Shocked,
did it.
surprised, and
That's what I'm
disappointed.
saying. They're almost like the same expression.
They're not. They're almost is not the
I
same.
know.
Yeah, almost not the same. So which one? How do we arrange it? Do we go from shock and surprised, then disappointed?
Shock normally comes in first. You can't be surprised then be shocked. Do you understand? Number one, you're like,
Okay, shock is like the first
Yeah.
you
expression.
understand?
Yes.
You got
Yeah,
Surprise.
and then the surprise
surprised comes.
Exactly.
To get so you have to be shocked first before surprised, and I'm disappointed. All right, let's go.
Salty.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
There was no acting there. There was nothing there. That was empty can.
Please, people of God,
Yeah.
I'm working with time.
Yes, please, madam. Save our time.
Our time here is 5 o'clock.
Save our time.
Time we have is after so we are just going to.
Save our time. All right, let's go again. So now it's up to you to arrange it. I've said it, but it's up to you to arrange it in your mind. So me, I will give you the blockings. I will tell you how to do it. So it's up to you now to arrange it in your mind. So the faster you do that, the better we can achieve it as fast as possible. So let's go.
I'm so sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
Confused, like you're just there, he's telling you that. So that can make you have that awkwardness because when you go to your place, you're just looking at you. So maybe you're trying to adjust just to give you that uncomfortable movement. You understand? Because you can't do the movement on the face.
Yeah, exactly.
So something should just be something that does not fit into
We don't stop since.
what is going on.
I don't start. So you get it now? All right, let's go again. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Yeah. It's like you're not getting the connection. As he looks at you.
You smile at me.
That smile, you know it's not a genuine smile. It's obviously not going to smile back at you. Probably, it's not going to smile. like smile, but you get. So you just give him that awkward smile as he looks at you. You probably want to present yourself as you're happy, but you're not. Like you smile back, that awkward smile. Then when you see that he's not smiling back, then you now
You smile gradually.
you get. You just swallow your smile back. Like you go from you get. So that's what I want to see. So I need you to do it the way it can come out for you. I'm doing it the way it's coming out for me. So I need to do it the way it can come out for you. Okay? See, that camera screw the because now fall, that tip for fall. It's strong?
Then they will drop water from my face.
You get. Alright, let's go.
Okay. I see. So sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
All right, let's move on.
Who's making noise?
Rain.
Rain.
Did you roll down your glasses? Did you roll down the card?
Now I was shocked.
Oluchi,
I'm surprised.
come over here.
Look dressed.
You get up. Go to Oluchi's seat.
I thought I saw the Nexus.
No, bring that.
I still want to fire me. I'm sorry, but I don't know this quiz. I'm telling you, no, man, you know that you told me, and I was not feeling fine trial last week. My excuse.
I was feeling like
You were on the composting. I was like this.
You are chosen.
She was posting on her social media. So that you enjoyed me. You don't know, those things are to throw people off from the main thing that is happening. Wait, let me see.
This
This is my
for
boss.
Script, this is for script for us. It's on the phone. Okay,
Where are
I'll
we
do
reading?
that thing for signing.
I see.
What will you say?
Which kind of phone be this now?
You say they give me better.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Now, but don't complete.
Am I talking? No.
You know, you're just going to be awkward and confused. How awkward smile be that?
I'm anticipating good things now. Abi?
Okay.
It's the one extra.
Smile.
No.
They know they charge.
Just leave
They know they charge anyone.
I'm joking already.
Somebody is helping you. That's my
Leave I know she's in the zone.
Where's the volume? Let me reduce it. Where's the third battery?
They charge.
They charge now.
Today outside, bro.
It's gaffer. Abi keep break.
Okay. We have here. Okay. See. So sorry, Bisola. You are not qualified.
Busy. It's too busy. Let me understand each step of the way. Because my eye is on you, so don't confuse me. Don't distract me. So carry me along. carry me along into your emotions. Like, let me understand how it's going. Let's go again.
Okay. Let's see. I'm so sorry, Bisola. I'm not qualified.
There was a part I was disconnected. There was a part where she looked like this and like this. I don't understand what was that. So then you now felt disappointed. So I did not understand what was that look. What was that look in your mind?
It was how many emotions? Shocked, surprised.
I'm disappointed. That's emotion.
I felt like you didn't
The only part that was the
disappointment.
I think that look was like okay. That look for me was like a question. What did I do wrong?
Like,
Okay.
Like a question. What did I do wrong?
like I'm trying to like
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can connect with that. But
some of the situations.
Yeah. More than
Power.
gesticulation.
So if I may just put this out now, this dropped in my mind. But eventually you get to play the parts. Sorry, but you get to play the parts. This is just me feeling. We'll take off most of
My
the
earrings.
earrings. Just leave only one. You get no. Understand where I'm coming from. Now we're trying to portray this timid, shy person. Okay, that is having a battle with herself. So that stage we should show that. Then the final part, probably the final part where you have resolved it with yourself. If you want to
we finished scene 3. Let's go to scene 4. Yeah, pull her from her face as she looks, as she's seen looking at the director. Okay, so fine. Now, from where you turn your eyes straight to the mirror, right? So that's the same thing that's the same shot we're going to start from the scene 4 because we'll see you looking at the mirror on the end of scene 3. Then we'll see you looking at the looking at the director on the beginning of scene 4. All right, so that looking has to be there. So that looking ends in 3 and looking starts.
The looking in the scene 3 was awkward and the smile that followed. Is it continuous?
Yeah, it's a continuous thing. So the awkward smile comes first, the looking stays, awkward smile goes, the looking stays, then Snafu is looking at the director. So the next thing is where you are still looking, but you're not smiling awkwardly anymore. So, I feel this short transition is going to be a POV, point of view. But I think it should be a point of view. So because point of view in the sense that it's going to be a transition. If we do, because she's looking, so it's going to look as if she's looking at she's looking at the director, which we know. So, and from the mirror, the camera will be seeing her. The mirror will be seeing her. Then the director will be seeing her. So I think it's just so clear that we just have to use POV directly in front of our eyes. All right. So now the camera will not be the director. At the end of that scene, the camera will be the mirror. At the beginning of scene 4, the camera will be the director before we switch. All right. So it looks really practical that you are looking at something. Yeah. So then the next thing is now the next shot is Stan looks at the file. Stan looks at the file and someone. Yeah. And looks at her sitting position. She's seen looking not comfortable seated. Face.
Esther didn't
Okay.
come again.
So, where is the stand
Esther
now?
didn't
You don't
come
come.
again.
Chima!
Oh, I saw her message. She sent message around 2:30 something while we were having class.
Who's that?
Esther.
That.
So I read it when we finished, when you started the other, that's after 3.
That.
She's not feeling too well.
Okay. It's fine. Baba, come and add your star. The book won stars.
The Boko Haram
The book won
stand.
stars.
You know, each time I see this book, there's this
Boko
picture
Haram
that you see a book and that worm that goes in the that's also always come to mind.
Oh, now don't do shit. Where's my shirt?
Oh, this one, like those with the waka, with the go school to school.
So we will not go walk over. We're not go walk over. Or yeah, come and do start first. Let's leave that topic for another day.
Stand. So now they do stand.
You're asking for script.
So you are the stand. Hey, Jesus. This stand go horror.
So now I am gonna sit down because
This stand go horror well.
at this time, see, use this script. Okay, script, supervisor. When I give a script, I beg.
There's no printed script.
I didn't bring
Yeah, I just carry it on my own. I carry it. I want to impute corrections.
Oh, Jesus.
So that before we print
Okay.
the one that will be.
All right. So, shall we? Are you ready?
Okay, this one is going to be the same light as this one is in what?
4.
In 4.
Yeah.
Did you see the data or data?
Same 4. Yeah, it's the same lighting.
Did you see the data or the data?
Data. But it's data's the root.
Yeah, I was correcting this slide.
Yeah.
No data.
I know. There's nothing like data now. It's data.
Data.
It's like saying, just as someone saying like saying stops. Oh no. It's data.
Doesn't need to show on the other screen.
No, that one has the right provision of that word. Yeah, it's too old stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Stand the try open script.
I'll give you your script now.
I should give you.
Your
It's in your Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're saying
Have you seen it? Yes.
Hey, this time voice
You are
go
saying
loud.
4, right?
Jesus. Oh my God. You go be very dreadful.
You say you're qualified, you'll be scared.
I'll be scared. I'll be dreadful. Jesus.
You're not qualified.
Tremble, I'll catch you.
Let's go now. Who's the dog? There's no place to place them. Okay, we are good.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, guys. Let's pay attention. All right, action.
All right. I have seen what you got here.
Thank you, Mr. Stan.
Well,
Kasi, I'm not finished. You can read down.
do now my blood is hot.
Thanks, Mr. Stan. I believe as you can see, I'm more than qualified.
Well, is
I'm fired, right?
you are not qualified. I haven't said that. The tension I can see. I'm feeling the tension.
Oh my god. Then he's enjoying my pain. Thank you.
You will relax like boss.
Okay, from the top.
Let's go again.
I know they give her that. I know make you laugh. I said you go yeah.
Well, from what I've seen here, I can say that. All right.
I've seen what you got here.
I've seen what you got here.
Thanks, Mr. Stan. I believe, as you can see, I'm more than qualified.
Well, I could say that
I'm fired, right?
I haven't said that. All I want to say is you are not qualified.
She seems shocked. He laughs. She then makes to hit her face with both hands. No, forget that part, bro.
No.
Okay, I'll be. You
We
guys.
should be reading the.
I
No.
didn't know when you got to this. Well, all I can say is, like,
You are
I
watching your phone.
No, he was trying. We're in scene 4, you know now. So that one he was adding it. It was not there. He added it.
Okay.
You get, so he still need to follow up the script.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just forget acting now. Let's
I lost it.
read the script first.
We already finished reading the script. You came late. Let's act it.
Still late.
All right, shall we?
Sure.
Are we starting from the top?
The top.
All right. I've seen what you've got here.
Thanks, Mr. Stan. I believe, as you can see, I'm more than qualified.
Well, all I could say is
I'm fired, right?
I haven't said that. Don't say that. All I want to say is that you, my dear, are not qualified.
Okay, good. Obviously, we still need to work on that scene so that it can sync.
He's making
Yes.
it look playful.
There's
This
delay.
Mr. Stan safe.
There's delay. You're smacking your lip too much. Yeah, you're smacking. I know you're trying to think what next, but you're smacking your lips too much.
I'm trying to say who's that?
You're always not person off.
Just like your own.
Scene
No,
5.
it's how we say that, like, they want you to.
So our time is up here.